Hello, 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 and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't nearly say Minecraft there, and you can't make me.
Minecraft!
You can't make me admit to that.
Oh, I was playing Minecraft. We're not doing Minecraft tonight?
I've also
but I loaded it up for 15 minutes. Damn it.
I also just noticed the chat box is going behind the character sheets. That should go that way round.
It takes 50 years to load up Minecraft nowadays, so...
Hello and welcome to this Dungeons and Dragons game.
Standard Minecraft takes like 2 seconds.
We play standard Minecraft, gross.
My name is John, and I am joined in this D&D session by... Sean.
Hello.
Michael.
Hello!
Sean.
Hey.
That's the most energy I've ever had.
And now I die.
Maddie, who might be back now. Nope. Shannon.
Hello.
And Scar is here.
Hello.
And we are here to play episode 4 of Strange Visitors, the Christmas crossover. This episode is titled Plague Ridden.
Also the title of my... moving on.
Yeah, moving swiftly on.
How PG do we have to keep this?
Yeah, everyone has some nice low health, and then Trevor.
You say low health. Have you seen Helio?
Yeah, I mean, I have. The screen can't. Maddie is back.
I'm just looking at this. I'm like, we're level 6, Sean. We're just here to look pretty.
Hey, buckle up tight, because on Thursday, Sean and I play level 4 characters.
Yay!
It's funny. In my headset, you lagged at that point, so all I heard was, we're playing level characters.
Yeah.
Level 4.
Yeah.
Also-
and it's
Oh,
me
maybe.
who gets to DM this one.
Also, guys in the chat, can you let me know how I'm sounding versus everybody else?
I think you sound great, but
How am I a precious babies? Shannon says, lol, wielding pillow, I'm done. Yep, that was just for you. Just let Trevor take everyone on and watch. Let us start as we have started every single episode of the Christmas crossover by jumping to the Spelljammer war room.
Gotta zoom the fuck out.
Zoom out so I can actually find myself.
Where am I? Here I am.
I exist.
Thank you, Ben.
Oh my jeez, there's a lot of people in this room.
Yes, this is most people. Let me bring back the last team who are still through the wormhole.
Well,
Yeah.
I see me. I see my smiley boy.
Yeah. Schwa.
There's a lot of hippos. It's more hippos than I was expecting.
I mean, that is a standard feature of the Spelljammer. There are more hippos than you were expecting.
I didn't think that'd be a sentence I'd said today, but hey.
No one expects the excess amount of hippos.
Tanny says, imagine Treffel speedrunning the game with only a pillow.
I can't see
I
a
don't think
fox
that
anywhere.
happened.
Where's my boy?
Ember is somewhere else on the Spelljammer right now, because I don't have a token for him.
It's under
Yeah.
a table
Safe.
somewhere.
I'll kill you all.
Did we mention that the main food source of the GIF are... never mind. You don't.
You don't need to know that.
I'll kill you all.
It's fine.
It's fine. Sorry, bit of indigestion. Dab's mouth with a fox tail.
No, it's fine. Oh, sorry, I've got ember in my teeth. I mean, other thing in my teeth.
This is a message from Warrington, Commander of the Spelljammer and Protector of the Multiverse. We have gathered information that on this plane of existence stands a major threat to the security of the multiverse. Can you see the map? Why, yes. What kind of buffoon would be running the stream where you couldn't see the map? Also, who is watching the stream?
Me.
Mute the stream while you are in the stream.
Have.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, but
But I want to hear everything twice so that I know I'm paying attention.
We have detected another piece of the Orrery of the Wanderer, but its last known location was 100 years ago. After that time, it has been lost to this dimension. We have reason to believe that the mysterious forces working against you will be at this location again, possibly working with the locals.
not the locals.
There are a lot of people here.
You will have 36 hours to retrieve this item before the wormhole collapses. If you are unable to return in this time, there is very little chance we can get you back. Warrington out. He clicks off the little recording device and hands it to you guys.
I have a question. What's a wormhole?
It's a hole that worms come out of.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Are we gonna turn into worms?
I mean, I can turn into a worm.
That's so cool.
Would you guys like to introduce yourselves to the other members of your team as Warrington has divvied you up into a group?
Sure.
Who will go first?
Oh, I am with Pyrus. I am. Hi, my name is Hal. I am. Hal. Hi.
Well, glad we got that sorted out. Okay.
I'm very windy.
Well, you should see a doctor or something about that. Maybe some more milk or something. We'll like, settle your stomach a bit.
Pie's just sat there, head in hand, like.
Oh, I go into my bag and I pull out the flowers. I got you all flowers because they said I meet new people and I wanted to make a good impression.
Cool. Takes flower.
Takes flower.
Helia will take a flower and put it in her hair.
Kind of grab some seeds from his pocket and wait for it. Makes them all bloom and gives them out.
That is the coolest ability I've ever seen.
I know, right?
Meanwhile, Summers looks at this and is like,
You can just make. Can you make any flower?
Well, as long as I have a seed for it, I can make it bloom.
That's so cool.
I didn't know.
You're really sure? Is that rude to say?
What?
He said you're really short.
Yes.
I like
Also,
your
good
hair.
to
I had an accident.
It looks cool.
I think so, but some people think it's weird.
I think that everyone is weird, and so you just need to be happy with your weird. I was the only blue person at my temple, so I stood out a lot.
And now you're with a aqua.
And there's another blue person, and so I feel less weird, but still weird.
Creed just waves over. Hey.
There's more blue people.
Crate
looks
just
really-
tries to hide behind Crate because he doesn't want to be part of this station.
He looks really well dressed. I'm look down. I'm wearing like a vest, sandals, shorts.
Riordan just looks over and goes, "Hey."
Hi. I'm making lots of new friends today.
Riordan is blue and black, sort of intermingling.
I'm making a lot of new friends, and it's a good day. So, who are you people?
Well, I'm Fentwick. Fentwick Fizzlebang.
Seraphine will point to Fentwick and be like, I remember you.
I remember you. Fist bumps.
So, I am Seraphine Wreath.
Hi.
Tanny asks what if Riordan was actually white and gold.
Then he would not be a blue boy and could no longer be in the club.
Then he can leave.
Exactly.
I just read the chat of Tanny needing to adopt Hal.
Pyrolist Brim, nice to meet you.
Hi.
She's my bestie.
And you, turns to Trevor, have a big beard.
Does. I can't grow a beard.
Hello, my name is Trevor, and I am being forced here against my will.
You'll do fine, Trevor, says Helia.
That sounds pleasant.
He's been sulky for the whole journey. I'm Helia, by the way.
Hi, Helia.
Hi, Helia.
Hi, Helia, by the way.
Oh dear, that's gonna be a
That's
long
weird
journey.
surname.
Hail Hydra.
What's with the monocle?
I'm actually genuinely confused who you're talking to there.
You.
Oh, it's not a monocle, it's my robotic eye.
Robotic.
Orion.
Oh, he's got a Roblotnik eye. It's fine. I know all about the Roblotnik things.
Orion just turns around, looks over at the group, and shouts, "Please be nice to him. He's a good guy."
I don't know who said that, but okay.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Lord Orion.
Hi, I am Hal. I'm not a lord, but I could be a lord. I am Lord Hal.
I'm gonna die with these idiots.
Helia just turns to Trevor and says, "No, you're gonna die with me first, and then with these idiots, thank you."
Karis is going to look across at Trevor. Oh, another dwarf. Are you also a follower of religion?
Well, that's one dead, says Helia.
I am not a dwarf, I'm a Helvation. What the
What's
fuck
that?
is a dwarf?
You look like a
What
dwarf.
is-
He points over to Yaghol. That is a dwarf over there. You two should get together.
You literally have a dwarf right behind you, Karis, on the map. Literally.
You're on a hill vacation.
I mean, hills are quite nice. I mean, I used to live under a hill.
No,
Yeah.
he said Helvation. Helvations are a type of humans in our place.
What is a Hilvatian?
It's a type of human, like him.
Is that kind of like a type of race where you guys come from?
Yeah, we could say that.
You just hear
Oh.
I'm an air genasi.
little footsteps coming from across the room, and just yelling of, "Karos is an idiot. Ignore him."
Who said that? Who said that?
You think said that?
You can just see over the table Milo is just like jumping up on the edge of the table.
Oh, hi, Milo. Are you not coming with us?
Yeah, not what he says. He knows not what he does.
Yeah.
I've not been chosen for this one.
Oh, what about Hector? Is Hector coming?
He's already been.
Oh, and his face drops. Oh.
What the fuck is a genasi?
We'll bring you back some tales. We'll bring you back some tales of our adventures.
Oh, according to the books that I read, it means that really, really long ago, somebody did things. They did the thing with somebody with air elemental magic in them, and then that gets passed down to me, and then I can do things with the wind, and
Well, I'm a Triton and I was born in the water, so I see nothing wrong with this.
I'm
Righty then.
we're with gnomes.
Helia just turns to Trevor. Did you understand any of this?
No.
Okay, so it's just not me then.
Behind you,
I can explain it again if you want.
No,
No, I'm good.
We're fine.
Milo just jumps up over the side of the table again and shouts, "Okay, but please be good, okay? I don't want to drag your dead butt back." And then just disappears behind it again.
Helia will turn to Pyrolis. So, as the other, well, one of the two other girls of this party, do you have any weird stuff you want to add to this conversation before we go? Because apparently everyone has.
Well, I mean, while everyone's talking about race, I'm Massima.
Oh dear, what's that?
There's, let's say positive forces in my genes.
That sounds like perfection.
There's a hum and a as the
I
wormhole
didn't know
opens
you were
behind
wearing
you.
jeans.
Helia will push Trevor in.
To push Trevor
Who he's
forward.
done with this ship currently, he's going to go through of his own free fucking will.
I'm gonna go through it as well. To glory!
I just won off this ship.
What is this?
Well, they're all stepping through. Come on, Hal. I guess we follow.
I don't want to be turned into a worm.
Sir,
Pi will grab him and shove him first.
I just imagine how the GIF next to the fucking thing must look like. What the fuck? Those are adventurers.
That guy is literally here now after like the fourth, like what was it, like the
This is the
third or
fourth
like,
group through.
One of these groups just go in normally.
Yeah, this
Seraphine is.
this guy here is just like, what did he mean that turned into a worm? You just see the hippo equivalent of a face palm.
Seraphine's just gonna turn towards her group and she's gonna call back. She'll be like, I'll see you guys in a bit. Wish me luck. And then she'll jump through.
I'm gonna get some cocoa. No, I'm gonna.
Right now, I've let them leave.
Okay. Gets around.
As you disappear through the wormhole, Seraphine, you just hear Romad say, "Stay safe." And then there's a long, dark tunnel in front of you. You can't feel your feet on the ground. And at the end, there's a rushing white pinprick of light that is zooming very fast towards your face, and you feel your body stretch out.
Karos just goes,
For the record, you've described it as, I feel my body being stretched out. I can't feel my feet touching the ground. What I'm hearing is, I have no feet. I've been stretched into a worm.
And then all of a sudden, the pinprick of light just expands and fills your vision, and you land on the ground in the...
As a worm, or...
As a how?
Okay, thank God. A blue worm.
In the first map, Sammy.
I'm already on it.
I figured you probably were. And that also means
Ah.
we're going to go to...
That was fun. Let's do that again.
It is...
Sorry,
It is
Tommy.
nighttime.
There we go.
The land is dark. You have landed on paved cobblestones. you can see a small settlement up ahead.
Oh, thank God I'm not a worm.
I assume that you have some... you can all see a little bit around yourselves.
Yeah,
I can see a fair amount around myself because I have dark vision.
Cool.
I can also see some people in the distance, but I don't think I'm supposed to be able to.
That is interesting. You should
Yeah.
not.
So that I can also see.
Yeah, I can see them as well.
In the
Wow.
interest of propriety.
That
Being
is...
honest, they're
that
kind of
is
shining.
sure interesting.
I mean,
I mean,
what?
some of
No,
the
I
people-
can't
See
see
these guys,
anything.
Some of the people that you can see in the distance are glowing, so that is fine.
I mean, are they holding torches? Would be the question.
Nope.
I could...
GM, I would like to pull out a torch and give myself some light.
Okay, once I stop being able to only see what Hal can see, I will give you some light.
Really, do you need to see anything else? He's the bestest blue boy.
So that is
I'm
a
the bestest blue boy.
60-30.
I'm sorry, whose name is what now?
I can change that if you wish. Don't make me change it.
I'll fight you.
You can see in the distance, in the village, a number of people that appear to be glowing with a dim blue light.
Boy, blue people.
Are people supposed to glow like that? Or...
I don't know, but it's really cool. We should learn how to glow.
And as you take a few minutes to look around, or a few seconds to just cast your eyes left and right, you can see pillars of blue flame erupting from the landscape around you.
I'm sure that's perfectly normal here, and we shouldn't panic. And then I lean into Pyrus going, "Hi, it looks really scary."
It's fine. We're in a group as long as we stick together.
Charges off ahead.
That's what everyone says in a horror film right before they all get split up.
You know what, Pyros? That is a good idea. And since we are in a group, we should.
So we'll
I
have
mean,
to
we should stay
move the
together.
time being because my Chrome has decided to die. So I'm just restarting.
Okay, BRB. What I was
So
gonna
we're
say
leaving
is,
him behind.
no, we're not leaving him behind.
I'm going to take a few steps forward into the village.
No, wait, we should prepare the buddy system.
You get to there and you see a weird, long-necked creature with a bald head, and it just whips round and looks.
Oh, sweet Jesus Christ.
Actually,
4 arms, John.
sorry, Sammy?
4 arms as well.
Oh, it has 4 arms, and it makes a noise somewhat like Sammy's going to make for us.
Okay.
I was about right then. Cool.
I come
As
back to I return to the others. There's a strange creature with 4 arms up ahead. Do we think it's friendly?
Oh fuck
Um,
no.
Oh, we can ask it! And I run forward.
Who controls this guy? Because you need to catch him real fast before he interacts with them.
What's going on? I'm
Yeah.
too busy drinking.
I will run after him and hang on to him.
But
We're all going
we
to
don't
die.
know. We're in a new place. They could be really nice. They could have great recipes for food.
They
Helliot
could be,
to-
but sometimes if you approach too quickly, it panics people.
Helia
You
turns to
slow.
Karos
Okay,
before
we'll
he
go.
leaves.
We'll go in slowly.
Sorry, did I hit my name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before Karos leaves, Helia turns to Karos and asks, "Those 4-armed creatures, what do they look like exactly?"
They look like 4 arms. They look quite spindly, and it makes a noise like.
Turns to Trevor. That reminds me of Calicos, doesn't it?
Trevor grabs a grenade.
So, are we? So do we want to kill these people?
I really hope we don't mind losing a building or two.
We must be extremely cautious. These are very dangerous warriors coming from our dimension.
On
Karos
a
will
scale
just
from 1 to 10,
Pull
how
out his axe
bad
and just
would you
like
say
charge
they
them,
are?
charge them screaming.
Sorry, what, Maddie?
On a scale from 1 to 10, how bad would you guys say they are?
13?
Are they
Oh.
like Are they ever friendly?
No, not the times we met them and they try to kill us, destroy cities, and kill everyone in their path. They're not exactly extremely friendly.
So what you're saying is there's going to be a fight.
But
Probably,
we don't have to kill them.
Oh dear. We need to prepare.
I'm
Too
already
late.
doing shit.
Keros is just going to pull out his great axe and start screaming and charging.
I wouldn't
Okay.
do that. I really wouldn't do that.
At this point,
Too late.
A
I believe
light-
it's a little bit late to that.
Guys.
a light goes on in the middle of the town, which I hope you guys can see.
Yes.
I can.
And stood in the center of town holding a lantern up and a whip in his other hand is an orc wearing black armor.
Oh, so he did survive.
He did survive.
I know that one. That's an orc. I know that one.
Is he friendly as well? Do you want to try and talk to him?
He has a whip in his hand that is made from bone. It appears to be a spinal column. Which he is just cracking out. And surrounding him, you can see a number of the spindly, four-armed, bald creatures. And behind him, one of these creatures is riding a large insectoid creature.
Oh. Keros just looks in wonder and goes, "This is going to be a good fight."
This is going to be your death.
And
Sophie just points at the giant black insect. I'm just like, what the hell is
Point grenade launcher.
And
I get my stick ready.
you've all got weapons.
I really want to stick to a gunfight here.
The creature in the middle of town. Hold them off. The breaker of chains needs a few minutes.
Oh, that guy again. Says me, not Keros.
I
Okay.
really hope I roll high on initiative. For the sake of everyone else.
I said
Well, you're
something
fucked.
else, so-
Start as
Yep. We're gonna lose a few people.
You're high-ish.
I know what it's gonna do. We're gonna.
You don't know.
Maybe don't wipe out
No,
my team members.
I messaged Sammy for what Trevor's going to be doing.
Maybe don't do that.
Remember, Riviera isn't here.
Yes.
I mean, if you aim, maybe not directly where the people are.
I know, I'm gonna have to do this very strategically depending on where someone moves.
Ben says, why can't we try diplomacy?
Diplomacy is just
How
spelled very differently.
I mean,
Diplomacy.
if you want to try diplomacy with
Oh.
calicos, don't be my guest.
Also, Pyrolus,
what's
thank you for the
diplomacy?
light.
What's diplomacy?
John, I don't know if you saw, but Pyrolus cast light on a bottle to give to me so that I could actually see, because of the whole no dark vision thing.
What's the range of light?
That was a very good question, John.
I should know this. Because I think it's.
That's a great question. Thank you for asking it.
Is it 40-20?
I think it is
20-foot
40-20.
radius.
I think it's a
Sheds
million.
bright light to 20 and dim light for another 20.
So it's 20-40.
No, it's 40-20. Isn't it? I think.
20
That's
feet
right.
bright, 40 feet total. 20 of them is bright.
Yeah. You should have that now.
I do. I can see clearly now. The rain
Sorry
has
for jumping
gone.
in there.
You're welcome.
Can they roll
Also-
anything but natural 20s?
Also, no one seems to have noticed my name change, and I'm a bit upset.
No, I did notice. I just didn't count. Just didn't really care.
I just didn't care.
How very rude of you all. I have a title now.
Ooh,
Yeah,
this
uh,
initiative order is starting to look a bit iffy.
A completely meaningless title. But you have one.
all titles are meaningless, really.
Not Treffers and Helia, because they do have actual lands with them.
Okay,
You don't know
so
that I don't. You've never been to my home. You've never seen House Home. Also known as his house.
Onwards to battle.
Well, first, onwards to enemies, because they go first.
A lot of them, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Where the hell is this one moving to?
5. Oh, that's the wrong way, John. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Which one are you again? Which of my Calicos are you? You are
warrior.
warrior. Cool. He doesn't have a ranged attack, but
Nope.
he can walk 45 feet, so he can...
Cross the distance. And apparently he has a battery with him.
Keros, a 16 to hit.
Yes.
That is 2 points of slashing damage.
Ha 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 ha! I spit in the face of your 2 points of slashing damage.
Give it a minute then.
Maddie.
Hello. So Seraphine would lean to both Trevor and Helia, as they're the ones who know this creature better than she does, and she'd be like, okay, yay or nay, do I go behind it and try and hit it with my sword, or do I stand back and let you guys do something first?
Do you have anything ranged?
I have some spells that I could probably use. I can cast Dissonant Whispers from 60 feet away.
I don't know what that means, but sure.
I mean,
Alright.
I wouldn't advise you, just... No offense, Seraphine, but you're very small and don't look too tough considered to them, so...
Okay, I
go
will,
near them.
I will stick with casting a spell then. I'm gonna cast it on the one that has come forward,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast a lovely Dissonant Whispers at level 3.
So that is a wisdom saving throw, which it does not make. So the Calico puts 2 of its forearms up to its ears and takes 23.
23.
23. I mean, if you want to do 24, go ahead, but it's 23.
And then it will try to move away. 5, 10, 15, 20,
reaction.
25, 30, 35,
Get back
40,
here, reaction.
45. React.
Yep, I want to take my attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Great axe. 12.
Does not hit, unfortunately.
Good to know.
That is information.
That is information.
This guy that his friend has just run into combat and then run away
back.
from combat,
Flee!
looks at his friend with disgust and 5,
It's like,
10,
what the fuck are you
15,
doing?
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Oh, another friend. Hello, friend.
16 to hit.
Yeah,
Again.
His name
5.
is Calico and he likes warm hugs.
5 points of damage.
Also spits in his face.
Also curious as to how this song has managed to get to 3 minutes 49 of 3 minutes 48.
It's fine.
Just,
And you just closed it.
there we go.
Now there is no music, and... Oh, Lord.
This guy.
I am scared of these frickin' blue-looking wispy things that are kind of off to the side.
So,
I'm
fine.
scared of the calicos as well, because out of character I know what they do, but
They'll be fine.
I just need to work out the range on some of these things.
I hope
that's my
it
timer.
is very.
120 feet. Okay,
Yeah,
how?
everyone.
How?
Yeah, that's me. I don't like whatever you're about to say, for the record.
The guy that is glowing on the stairs here raises a hand and just flings out a bolt of blue flame
To the blue guy, of course.
at the blue guy.
Please tell me that's the 10.
Does a 10 hit you?
No.
Cool.
Thank fuck, otherwise I would have words with your armor class.
Keros.
Keros is
Yeah.
going to.
Oh, no, a 10?
Keros sees this pitiful little creature in front of him and laughs.
That's probably taller than him. Pitiful.
Pitiful big creature in front of him that has just tried to attack him laughs, and as he does so, storm clouds start to gather over his head as he rages.
Storm
And
clouds
apart
just
from that-
roll in.
I would like the calico in front of me to make a dexterity saving throw.
By all means, that's not him though. This is him.
We lost another person.
That is a 21.
That's a save. Okay. In which case, he will then swing with his great axe.
But he still takes half damage.
I don't think he takes any damage for that.
It says half damage on success.
Half damage on success. Okay, let's do this. Doing lots of bidups. Sea storm.
Move we lost.
That's 11 reduced to 5.
I don't think raised damage counts for that, so it's just 4.
Okay, so yeah, 2 damage then.
Yep. 2
Okay.
damage.
4.
4 damage. That's right. And then he will use reckless attack and swing his attack for an advantage.
Okay.
And because I'm feeling super confident, I'm going to use Great Weapon Master on it.
Okay.
20. No, that's 17.
17 will not hit.
Ooh.
He blocks it.
In that case, I am going to use my extra attack not at Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
20.
That will hit.
Yay! And that is damage. 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I'll just put a rage marker on myself. There we go. So, yep.
This guy.
A drifter.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
It drifts to us.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Trefor.
Okay. I'm going to use my grenade launcher to shoot an Oblivion grenade 65 feet away over here.
Okay.
Wait. An Oblivion grenade. That's the one that does a radius of 80.
35, I've measured shit out.
So I'll just make a copy of Trefor and put him over here where you're landing it. 35 feet.
It's a 35 feet expansion, which is why I was measuring like fuck earlier.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
So with the Oblivion grenade, do you want me to just roll that?
Normally, put the damage for it.
There you go.
Okay.
I like how the Space Odysseus people are so much more powerful than the D&D people.
There's a reason for that.
There's also a reason for that, because you just threw a grenade that creates a black hole, so...
I was looking at the plus 10 to attack, basically.
Oh yeah.
I just heard grenade that creates a black hole. I was very confused.
The
That
important
is...
thing is
You just see a small object flying in the distance and then just a massive expansion.
so
That is
don't
exactly
run-
what he used.
Tanny says, really, Shannon? Really?
Yes.
I mean, Calicus, he has bad experience with it. I understand.
Okay, so
There's a lot of...
it does that damage to everybody and then stops.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need an aura as well.
Okay, this Calico is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Can't quite reach anybody.
I mean, he could if he just went there.
Oh yeah, good point. That's an 18 to hit, Jeff.
Technically it's advantage, but that still hits.
That's a good
Oh
point.
yeah, he is at advantage.
Let's see if he does that.
Well,
Okay then. Yeah.
So that is 8 points of damage, halved to 4.
To 4.
Lady Helia.
Do I have to roll initiative because I'm not on?
I would.
Yes, please.
could be good, yeah. Let's see your initiative. I hope we didn't pass it.
If we did, it will be now.
As soon as I'm able to actually do anything, 'cause my computer is just dying on me, because of course it is.
That's convenient.
That is extremely convenient because it is technically now.
It is now.
16
It
initiative, yeah.
really is.
So, Fenthwick, what would you like to do?
Okay, cool.
I mean, do you
I
want-
have
do you want-
I have no
Or would
idea
you-
what's happening.
Would you like Lady Helia to go while you look at your character sheet and work out what to do?
Sure.
Helia.
I'm going to move here. And do these things look physical to me?
Yes, they are
Okay.
people.
Okay, then shooty shooty bang bang should be a good bet.
That will hit.
And to answer your question, Jeff, specialist people also have better technology, so that would add up to their
That's true.
to their number.
So is that all?
Yeah, she
Helia
has
does
only one
one.
range attack.
Okay, the crack meal. Where's my crack meal?
Who's gonna get scared and burrow into the ground and never be seen again?
That'd be nice.
It would be nice considering he's just been sucked. You have dirty minds.
You kind of walked into this one.
I know.
I feel we're not to blame for that.
Actually, it is the guy on his back is going to hop off, and he is going to go underground.
Okay.
Wait, what? Actually, I was
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50,
God, I'm so scared.
55, 60,
I
65,
believe that.
70.
Oh, that's on top of us because I can shoot 70 feet away.
And that's all it can do on this turn.
But it's right underneath us.
So that's cool.
I'm not okay with this.
I suggest
5,
we-
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. How does
Hello?
a 21 hit you?
Yes, but I'd like it not to.
Unfortunately, it doesn't not, and it does deal you 10 points of slashing damage.
Maybe if you asked it very
That
nicely.
was just rude. I've been nothing but nice. I wanted to be friends.
Lord Howe,
I told you
Yes.
this is not how it works with them.
it is your turn.
Here you are.
Cool. I'd like to try and thunderwave the 3 calico.
Is
Okay.
Thunderwave gonna affect
Not bad.
anyone else near you?
Yeah, one that hit Karos.
Yeah, probably. You know, sacrifices must be made. Excuse me.
Fucking wow.
Is there a way that I can do it with only getting them?
If that's the case, just gonna drop an oblivion grenade at my feet.
What
That
are,
would
you,
also screw you, though.
what are you using, sorry?
Thunderwave.
Thunder wave.
Oh, I don't, everybody inside my aura gets resist. Is it lightning or thunder damage?
Thunder, hence the thunder part of Thunderwave.
Let me just check.
It's Thunderwave. It does it does fire damage, ironically.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
lightning-
D&D,
it's lightning
wouldn't it, first
damage. I have everybody has resistance to lightning damage, not thunder damage. So if you can do lightning damage, that'd be better.
I can't. I'm a wind boy, not a
Do
lightning
you have
boy.
do you have lightning wave rather than thunder wave?
So the question is Jeff, how willing are you to be hit by a little bit of thunder wave if it's for the team?
Bring it on.
How
Or
much
I
do
could
you
move
want
here.
friendly fire?
Or I could do it here and then I could get at least definitely those two. Because it's a cube.
I mean, you can
starting in front of me.
You can get this guy, and probably this guy because it's a 15 feet cube.
Yeah, originating
So
from
push
the
it off
cell.
to one side. Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Without
15 feet
getting-
cube.
Is it around you?
So cube
No, it's
would
a
mean
15 foot. No, it's
It's-
a 15-foot cube originating from in front of you because you
Ah,
pushed
okay.
the wave out of you.
But you choose the space. You choose whether it's the middle, left, or right, don't you?
Yeah. So either he can affect you, the Calico, and the spell scarred guy in front of him, or miss you but miss the Calico in front of you.
I will do it in the way that doesn't hurt my new friend, my new blue friend.
Okay.
yeah, power release isn't on the turn tracker, says
Why
Maddie.
not?
Oh.
I was.
No,
She's not.
I thought I saw myself on there, but hey.
Uh,
I thought as well.
Could somebody
unless,
go?
unless I missed it.
Hold on, I'm going back to the initiatives.
Yeah, if somebody could
and
find
12.
12.
yeah. So she
yeah, I
should be
was just
next.
behind House, so I don't know where.
You've vanished into the ether, I'm afraid.
Roll 20 being a dick again.
Yeah.
What? Roll 20 not working perfectly? How
Well,
dare you
yes,
spread
that's
such
fine.
lies?
How? Who are you hitting?
I'm gonna go for the one that doesn't. I'm gonna do it in a way that doesn't hit my new blue friend.
Okay. Roll it. What level are you thunder waving?
I'm gonna spend 4 key points. I'm gonna spend 3 key points because these
Okay.
guys seem tough. So that's 1, 2, 3 key points. What level does that? That makes it level.
That makes it level
Something.
3, I believe.
Amazing.
Or
I
it's
hope they wouldn't be too strong.
one level higher than one level higher than its normal level.
So if you move forward, then how?
No, it basically affects this cube.
Ah, okay.
So roll it. How?
1 second. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing it correctly. Level 3. It's what you level 3. Do you think? it
I
is?
believe
Yeah,
it's
well,
level 3. Yeah.
I'm gonna trust you.
Cool. Con saves. That is a pass, a fail. I didn't need to do another one. This guy needs to do one,
But the other one you didn't need it failed.
which is a fail. So that is 17 points of damage.
And they're dead?
And they get pushed back 10 feet as well.
I
If
will.
they fail, right?
Yeah.
So this guy did not fail, so he only takes 8 points of damage and stays there. But this guy goes 5-10. This guy goes 5-10. And Hal just kind of claps his hands together.
I will then make myself windy. I think I might, as a bonus action, spend another key point and do what's it? The defensey one.
Patient defense.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna step forwards into there.
Okay, so Hal just kind of takes up a defensive stance. And I can't use the red token, you can have a blue one.
I step next to him and go, "Hi."
Pyrolus.
friend.
Hello. I
Hello.
am going to. Gonna step here so I have advantage and conjure my Warhammer and two-hand hit it.
Okay.
Yes, Queen.
Everybody sees Pyrolus stick her hand out to one side and a warhammer just apparates into it with a ruby in the top of the hammer.
Yes.
Nice.
And
I like this person.
splot. Deals
I like her a lot too.
a lot of damage to the back of that guy's head.
Yep.
Clong.
Carrot is starting to have little hearts appear in his eyes.
Hal looks at you very disapprovingly.
Can you feel the
Oh, he's made of wind.
I can see what's happening. They
Wow.
don't have a clue.
Who?
They fall in love, and here's the bottom line. Our trio's down to 2.
At which
Oh.
point do we get hit by copyright?
Yeah, I think that's the limit. We stop there.
Depends how well Michael does at singing it, I suppose. Is it a cover?
Yeah. Don't worry, I can sing really badly if you need me to.
Keros. An 11 to
yes.
hit.
I'm sorry, I heard my name and I didn't hear anything else.
An 11 to hit.
No!
Just the other guy on the stair just grabs a ball of blue flame and it just kind of erupts and catches on this stand. Just erupts into fire.
Keris just doesn't notice he's too transfixed by the attack that just happened.
This guy is gonna go and he's a big bad guy.
Oh, this is the hunter. Or like the head dude, isn't it?
Thank you.
Oh, look at some effect.
special effects?
20, 25. How?
Yes,
11.
misses.
You just kind of matrix move underneath his golden longsword.
As I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
It's right. 30.
You have a gold sword?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
I would love to see the war leader being even more triggered by the fact that Howard loves his sword. It's like, ah!
I just think it's really
5,
pretty.
10, 15. What's the... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Oh, that's interesting.
I
I forgot a thing, but it doesn't matter.
Cool.
I might get advantage on initiative, but I critted anyway, so...
I think it rolls with advantage for you anyway.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? We had that before.
Ooh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
We pack up and go home, and let's all sit down and...
I have several options here.
Keros.
Leave. You could always just leave.
Greetings!
An 18 to hit.
Yes!
He pulls out a bow and arrow and...
Yes, that hits.
that is 3 points of piercing damage, halved
Okay,
to
1 point
1.
of piercing. Yep.
And 10 points of poison damage.
Oof. Okay.
John,
Yes.
I will point to you to one
Oh.
of the features.
Cool.
Here we go.
So, Lady Helia,
Yeah. I mean, I deserve this. but
14.
yeah. No.
Cool.
I don't want to know, and I'm just glad that I kind of wish I was aimed at, because I could have caught that.
Damn it! You can see up in the distance, now that the orc with the whip and the lantern has moved into the distance, there is a hooded figure also wearing black armor. And he is holding something in his hand that you can't make out from where you are. And he is in the middle of casting a ritual.
I don't like that at all.
And you can see glowing red symbols just starting to flare up
Yeah, definitely don't like this. Okay.
on the ground in front of him.
I like none of what you've just described.
Cool. Maddie.
Sup. Okay.
So,
Sup.
Alright. Okay, one second. Actually, let me reread this thing real quick. Okay, so. Okay, last. You. Okay, alright, okay. Okay, okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna cause a little distraction, or at least try to.
Okay.
How could I get there? Let's see. I have to come this way, this way, this way. I have to. Okay, so if I ran past that guy, I'd get an attack of opportunity. But it could be worth it. Okay. I know what I'm gonna cast. I am gonna cast my new spell.
Okay.
Let's leave.
Another clone of Seraphine appears.
Okay, so where does Seraphine run to?
One second. Double up. You can use your action to move your illusion double up to twice your speed. Okay, so that means I could move 50 feet.
Yep.
Alright. So I'm gonna move 50 feet this way, preferably past this guy, so I don't get, like,
5,
3 attacks of
10,
opportunity.
15, 20, 25,
well,
30,
I'm sure you'd be fine.
35, 40, 45, 50.
Alright, beautiful. And she's going to... She's gonna shout at the others, like the peeps that are over here, and just be like, you better come and get me, otherwise I'm gonna go stop that guy's ritual.
Okay.
In the most threatening way she can muster.
In your adorable voice.
The question is, do the Calico even understand you?
That's fine.
Are you trying to translate for us there?
Keros.
That was some very, very bad words.
I'm glad the initiative order is
I actually believe it's pronounced.
I am going to swing my great axe at the creature in front of me. Again, reckless attack, so it's at advantage.
Okay.
And again.
That will not hit, but that one
24.
will.
15 slashing damage. I should knock down by 1.
Okay, and are you gonna strike anyone with lightning?
Is it still alive? So I can't use it. I'm gonna attack him also with lightning as well.
Okay. That is a dex save for this.
Oh, let me do the thing first. There we go. So it's 5 he's up against. I'm rolling really low for that tonight.
21, so that is 2 points of damage. This guy is gonna fire a firebolt at Seraphine.
Or what he thinks is Seraphine.
Bring it on.
So that's a 21 to hit.
He did bring it on.
I think that hits. Let me just double check. Damn it, by like 1 freaking point it hit.
Hey, you asked for it.
So that is 4 points of damage to Seraphine.
Ouch. What was me? So there we are. Okay.
If anybody's looking closely, the Seraphine out there just kind of reacts to the fire about a second later, like, oh yeah, ow, ow, ow.
I should be reacting to this.
Keros.
Hi.
9 to hit you, never mind.
Advantage?
Oh, good point.
I'm helping you here.
9 to hit you still, never mind.
Never mind. I'm trying to be nice, trying to help you, but no.
No, the dice aren't.
I mean, the dice are not helping us in terms of damage, I've noticed.
The drifter just walks up to Seraphine, puts his hands together with the thumbs connecting, and just a gout of blue flame erupts out of his hands. Maddie, can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Yes, I think I can. 22. Why am I at advantage?
15.
15 is still good enough. You dive to one side and don't take any damage as just this gout of flames shoots past you. This guy... Pyrolus.
Hi.
Never mind.
No.
Never mind.
Never mind. Nothing happened.
Trefor.
And they were doing so well.
Go behind this guy for advantage.
And hit him with a pillow.
No, we'll hit him with the long sword. Short sword.
37. Let me double check. 25 points of damage. Okay.
Well, do the strength phase so as to see if he takes 25.
Yes,
He takes 25. But it doesn't lower his AC.
I'm pretty sure his AC is higher than 15, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay, this guy is going to walk up behind Trefor with advantage.
Sandwich the sandwicher.
Yep.
And he just wraps his fist in flame
The sandwich is the sandwich.
and rolls a fucking hell.
I would like to counterattack that.
Really?
You don't have that option here, I'm afraid.
Yep, you can't.
Fenthwick.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Do I get 2 turns because you missed the last one?
Yes.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Or
So
use
that's
of a turn.
So that's one turn.
Can we have that again, but in common?
I'm trying to think what I can actually do because everyone's now bunched up. So it's like I now have no way of actually doing anything because everything I have is area of effect.
If you have lightning, you can lightning storm because people in my area get resistance to lightning.
I've only got like one thing that does lightning, and that's cool lightning. I could do cool.
Was that cool lightning or cool lightning?
Cool lightning.
Cool lightning.
I mean, it's kind of a bit of both if you're Keros.
Right. If I do cool lightning and I do it at a higher level,
Yes.
is it then, because obviously it's a concentration thing that just lingers, does it remain at that level?
Yes.
So I'm going to do that at fucking 5th level because fuck all of them.
Ben is suggesting to do an all-bard game with karaoke.
So I'm going to strike. So hang on, this guy was doing a ritual, or was it another guy?
It's
This
guy
guy.
far away.
All the way up.
This guy here.
Who's running away with an orc?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a really weird marriage.
I can. How far? What is the range for? 'Cause I think it's like ridiculous cool lightning, isn't it?
Probably.
20 feet?
But is it an area?
No, it's like it creates a storm cloud that's basically 120 feet long.
Yeah, you can hit him.
So yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking strike lightning on this motherfucker.
Okay. So that's a dex saving throw, which he makes. So he takes half the damage, which is 15.
Yep. And for would I do anything for a bonus action? Do I have anything a bonus action? Has anyone taken lots of damage or anything?
How's not looking so great?
How's never doing great?
I've taken a
I'm
bit.
doing my best.
So
I'm okay for the moment.
I mean, by all means, Fenthwick doesn't know he's never doing great, but either way, he would do a healing word at 2nd level. which does fuck all.
4 whole hit points.
4 whole hit points. How?
So that's my first turn. My second turn, I would then proceed to call lightning on that motherfucker again.
Okay. That is this time he makes it.
He makes it still. I did it at 5th level, didn't I?
You did, yes.
Yes. So I'll just do it at 5th level again, and then put.
So that is 27 half to 13. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And then I'll do another healing word on the fucking the Howman.
The Howman.
The Howman. And I'll do
Howman.
it at
How,
4th,
man?
and I'll do it at 4th level to try and get at least some healing.
That's 11 this time.
That will do. That'll do.
5,
Let's be
10,
back up.
15, 20.
Let's be back at full health, isn't it? That's me.
That's a 21 to hit the Maddie.
Why is it always 21? Because 21 just hits me, yeah.
I wasn't
Okay,
paying
21.
attention. Was I healed?
Yes, you
11.
are. 11
Thank
points.
you. That's full health. I'll take it.
So that is 12 points of damage as it just punches. Lady Helia.
Gonna move behind the sandwicher.
Oh my god, there's just like a sandwich.
That just sounds like the worst supervillain in the world.
I am the Sandwicher.
I just make sandwiches at you.
Ham and cheese.
That does hit.
What's that? I'm gonna make a ham and pineapple fucking sandwich?
You killed the
The
Sandwicher.
P in BLT stands
So-
for terror.
I slam the mace on the back of his head, then wheel around and will attempt a stun punch at the candy coop behind me.
That will hit. And that is a warrior.
Knock him prone. Knock him prone. Knock him prone.
He is prone.
So let me recheck the thingy. Blah, 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 blah. Where is it? Non-lethal damage. No. I can try and grapple him and use my rope to restrain him.
Okay.
So that's a reaction. So athletics.
What? That would be. He's going to try an athletics to avoid it.
Wait,
He
can
does.
he since he's prone?
I could get advantage maybe if he's wrong.
I would think advantage.
Yeah, I'd give advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna roll again.
Oh,
Well,
seriously?
Even with a natural 20, I can't beat that. So
Okay.
why
It's...
is two music happening at the same time? What the fuck?
That's a good question.
Battle music, get your shit together, please.
Erupting out of the earth next to Keros. Because everybody else left.
Oh, that's a big boy.
I mean, it's not like I could see where it landed and mysteriously left the area.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's cheating.
Yeah, I helped.
Come back here and take it.
Keros, that is a 20 to hit.
Yes.
So that is 11 points of damage as it just whips a tentacle out at you. And
oh, I don't get resistance to crushing damage. Oh no.
I will say you do, because crushing isn't a D&D damage. It's a Space Odysseus damage.
It would be bludgeoning, I think, the closest to it in.
Oh,
Yeah.
Half,
So-
that's 6 then, isn't it?
It's 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Round down. And then can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Can make you a Constitution saving throw. 15.
You are whipped up in its tentacle.
Oh no.
So you're restrained as well.
So okay.
And you take...
9 half to 4 damage. And you just get yanked off your feet. Just.
You know, part of me is glad that I cast that misleading spell on Rick.
So, I hope you enjoy the fact that it's trying to crush you to break the bones and free the succulent marrow.
Yeah.
In order to eat you.
I don't appreciate having that information at all.
Normal.
So how?
I don't want to be here.
Never mind.
I'm gonna punch this dude.
It's the guy next to you swings his bone longsword, and you just duck out of the way of this one as well.
I want to punch him in revenge.
Okay.
He's gonna get punched, basically.
You are at advantage.
Am I? Oh yeah, because I'm flanking. Amazing. Air punch. Shitting.
No.
Air punch. No.
I managed to punch the air.
You did punch the air, but the air didn't carry
air
on.
Punch again. Jesus Christ.
Did not work.
What about the second one?
Did not work.
Okay, can I spend a key point and do 2 more? Air punch. Can't do.
No.
Nope.
Come on, armor.
Nope.
Can I just say, I love how it was counting up by 1 consecutive.
Honestly, if you kept doing air punch and just going 1 by 1, at some point you would have hit.
Give me 5 more turns, I'll get there.
So maybe next turn you might hit it. Pyrolus.
This game is rigged.
Yeah, that dude again is having a warhammer.
So,
you can hear him. He was
Yes.
so distracted by my terrible punching that.
yeah, John, question. Did the fight between Hao and that Kaneko look like a Bruce Lee movie?
It kind of just looked like, you get those air bazooka things. It just kind of looked like a very unimpressed person just being shot with one of those. Just...
I like the idea that he just turns to Hal and just kind of looks puzzled and then just gets cracked in the back of the head with the wall.
I just imagine like the intense fight between Hao and this warrior who were like fighting for their life, and then suddenly like from behind.
He's like.
Also, hello to Tanny's sister, who is now in the chat.
Hey,
Hello,
Megan.
Johnny's sister.
Megan's the name, I think.
Megan.
Correct.
Hi, Megan.
This guy is going to also fling fire at Seraphine, who's run into the middle of the area. Because they want to stop Seraphine from stopping the ritual.
I wonder why.
That's a no.
Yeah, no. Fuck off.
Stop it.
No, not you. This one. Keros.
Hello.
Never mind.
He's restrained. Wouldn't that be an
Restrained.
advantage?
Oh, good point. That's a 20 to hit.
Yes.
So that is 7 points of slashing damage, halved to
Down to
3.
You're at advantage anyway because I was still reckless.
You were still reckless, yes.
So reckless.
This guy is gonna go. Ooh, he's gonna go take the position of
Sandwich
Savager.
continues.
Sandwich continues again.
Double cheeseburger.
He is gonna punch Helia with advantage,
And miss.
and yeah.
No, actually hits. Technically, it's a class.
Oh, cool. So that is 11 points of damage.
Yep.
Ouch, it burns.
Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
Aim for the wine I gave her.
That would be amazing if I could just crack his head with a bottle of wine.
And then stood behind Helia. It's this guy.
We'll have difficulty shooting a longbow at me at this range. But a spear, yeah, that works.
3 whole points of damage.
Okay, so he scratched my butt then.
You're still on it, Maddie. It's fine. I know when you are.
I know.
You're so invisible that we can't even see you on the turn order anymore.
You guys can't see me.
At the top of this turn, a giant red portal flares to life, and both the Breaker of Chains and Arzag step through it and disappear.
Oh, God.
And then all the other enemies disappear.
But then
Question, is the portal still open?
the portal is still open, but before you can react,
Special effects for it.
thank you, Sammy. A pillar of blue flame just curves down and strikes into the portal and just moves through this person, disintegrating him as he shrieks. And the blue flame just touches the portal and then just spreads out across the whole town in a ripple. And everything goes dark.
What? Excuse me? What? What the
I can't make that big of a special effect, unfortunately.
I'm so confused.
Okay.
Where the bloody hell are we?
Where are those enemies where are the people I was fighting? Come back.
Town went to shit.
We are literally in a... Is this the town now? Like, we're literally in...
I'm pretty sure we're underground.
Are we out of combat is my first question.
You are out of combat. There are no enemies around.
Okay.
Okay, I have a lot of questions.
Okay, now I'm going to put this one on. Cause...
Yes, you may have a lot of questions, but we're not going to answer any of them.
Well, that's just mean.
I can see some letters in the distance. P-A-T-R-E-O.
Ah, it's a shrine to our Lord Patreon.
More specifically, our
I'm getting rid of this.
Patreon. Passe mops.
All hail Patreon Fetasse maps.
Why is it that everyone who isn't from Space Odysseus can't read?
Oh, no, I know how to read.
We can read.
Okay.
Just not
Okay.
certain language.
Karos is panting. Karos is panting heavily.
You find yourself in a ravine. It's quite a deep ravine. The sides of it are tall. Sort of a yellowish stone. As you look around, Trefor, you look up. And then a couple of seconds later, Seraphine looks up.
Followed by Helia.
Followed by Helia, who
Looks up.
I mean, I see Trevor looking up, so I'm looking up.
Who looks down?
What are you all looking at? And I just look up.
This
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I'm also.
Okay,
Everyone's looking up,
everyone looks up.
Everyone's just looking up now. I'm not even looking for anything. I'm just looking up because everybody else is looking up.
Yeah, I just feel left out at this point.
all of you who have rolled to look up, look up.
Roll to look up.
Hendrix looking around, very confused, but not up.
It is night still. It was night and it is night. But the stars are differently located.
What do you mean?
That's really weird and cool, but weird but cool.
Wait, question. Can we see, like, we can see the sky, right?
You can see the sky. This is an open-topped ravine. It isn't.
Differently located for who? All of us?
That's very true.
Does anyone recognize it?
Seraphine, Pyrolis, and Hal, you do not recognize these constellations. The stars are completely a different alignment to anything you have experienced before.
Can I
No.
say that as a sailor, Keros would also.
Do you want to roll me a perception to see if you notice?
That is different. Fine, there you go.
The stars are completely a different alignment to anything that Keros has ever experienced in his travels.
I have never seen stars like this.
Keros
Trefor.
is disturbed by this.
Yeah.
You recognize some of these star clusters.
Oh no.
You've
Out of
probably
character, I know it.
You've probably visited some of these star clusters that you can see.
Helia just says to Trevor, but loudly, "Well, seems we're back home, Trevor."
Yes, but I have the strangest feeling of where we currently are.
Wait,
can't-
you guys live here? I don't want to sound rude, but you need some
No,
furniture or something.
we don't.
We come from this universe.
You're in our dimension, judging from the stars.
Maddie,
Okay, I completely understand that.
Yes, yes, yes.
while looking up, Seraphine takes a step. And under her foot, there's just a small flaming piece of debris, a bit of wood.
Okay.
And similarly, Hal, you take a step, and beneath your foot is a cracked bit of wood on fire.
I quickly use some wind and just put out the fire.
Yeah, Seraphine would just like stamp it out with her foot, just like.
There is a crack along both pieces of wood that looks like at one point these pieces of wood belonged together.
Once
It's
I
a
have-
giant puzzle.
I have a piece of wood.
Same. Just make sure it's put out and not like super hot. Picks it up and just like sticks it to the piece that Hal has, I guess.
Seraphine, as you pick it up, you turn it over, and on the reverse of it that was facing the ground are the letters W-I-C-K.
W-I-C-K.
What does mine say?
Hal, you pick yours up and flip it over. B-Y.
Wickbee.
Or Bywick.
They go that way round.
Wait,
Me?
Bywick.
There's no confusion.
What's
two different ways round. You go that way round.
what's Keros looks at what's Waikibai?
What is a Waikibai? Is it some sort of devilish monster?
We just
What
fought a
is-
Waikibai.
Does Bywick sound familiar to you two?
Yeah, does that... Is that the name of your home?
No,
no.
Bywick I've never heard of. It's not the name of a known system or anything.
No, I've never heard of it. either.
Maybe it's the name of an inn.
No, if there was an inn, we'd meet Jesus.
It sounds like a place.
Fenthwick,
Yes.
could you do me a history check?
What?
Is it to do with you because you have Wick in your name? What if it's a candle?
Don't worry, I probably won't succeed. I never succeed on see? I never succeed on history or religion. Ever.
Not-
Fenthwig says, "What's history?"
Not a fucking Scooby.
I never succeed on history or religion. Ever.
Okay, okay. What if it's a clue?
Could me or Helia technically try to figure out roughly what cluster of planets we might be on from looking at the stars?
Oh, apparently also, Shady ever followed us 15 minutes ago, and it hasn't bothered to let us know that. So we're going to fire the bot.
Well, that's not very.
We're going to sack the bots, are we?
We're going to have words with the bot over this. But thank you for following us, Shady.
Woo! Can we fire it out of the cannon?
Into the sun.
It needs more physical form for that, but we'll work on
Okay,
it.
so we're gonna build a robot. And
We're going
fire
to
it in the sun.
incorporate it
Can
and
we-
then
can we
fire
load
it
the
into the sun.
Can we load the computer it's running on into a cannon and fire it at the sun?
If you buy me a new one, yes.
Put it on a pen drive?
Anyway.
We are firing this thing into the sun.
Treffle.
So yeah.
Yes.
Ping.
Ding.
Ping.
What?
I am so confused.
In your pocket, there is a
Oh.
ping.
I'm so confused. Hello?
Your hacking device is picking up something that could be hacked.
Dwarf,
Can I be hacked?
Well, have a look.
dwarf, your pocket appears to be pinging.
Of course I'd roll terrible on that.
I think it's more of a ding.
No, I think it sounds more like it sounds more of
What the fuck are they hacking like a rocky terrain?
It's a very
Your
faint.
own eye.
Shh, guys.
It's a very faint signal, coming from a little bit further away.
I will turn to Helia and say, well, there's something down here we can hack.
Something robotic, metallic.
Well,
Look
I
like
couldn't
an
hack it
axe.
otherwise.
Let's fucking hope it's at least something we can use.
There's only one way to find out.
At least I'm happy we landed on a place where we have oxygen to breathe.
Wait, there
Oh,
are
I don't
places...
need to. I can hold my breath for really long.
Forever?
Yeah.
Helia just looks at How and thinks back on Mythoxor and just says, "Yeah, wouldn't have lasted 10 minutes in there."
No, I
Wait.
don't need to breathe if I don't want to. I can hold my breath forever.
I guess that's what an air genasi means. But wait, so there are planets that you have that don't have oxygen?
Correct.
Yeah. Also, what's oxygen?
Yeah, what?
You're breathing it.
Oh, air.
No.
Oh.
Air is composed of many different gas, including oxygen.
Cool.
Like, when you say gas, do you mean like people's farts?
That is a gas, yes. Careful, Trevor, you're gonna hurt yourself.
I want to at this point.
Repasses the bottle of wine.
Keros is
It's alright, I
going
have
to
6 more.
wander and
So,
explore a
so
bit.
your thing or whatever found something to, air quotes, hack.
Like
So
my
we-
eye, there is something mechanical down here that my
Another
device
robotic
is
thing.
picking up. Correct!
More
I'm surprised
robots.
you came out with that.
Then
No, you're clearly not listening carefully enough. I didn't say it quite right.
No,
Well, it's one of those Roblox things, yeah.
Yeah, a roblox.
going to
so shouldn't we follow the signal?
Yeah, we'll follow your ding thing. We'll follow your dingy
I'm
thing.
fucking leaving. Never wanted to fucking be here in the first place.
You
I'm
better
gonna follow him.
you better follow people.
I don't even know if I'm going the right way.
Wait for me.
I
have
can
my
run really
legs.
fast. I can
What?
run really fast. You're not getting
Where-
away from me.
Where's the ping coming up?
Hi.
We'll just say you follow it, because there isn't actually a way out of this map, I don't think. Oh, it's over there.
You follow it because you're trapped anyway. So
You follow the thing that goes ding.
in the meantime, Helia tries to explain to Seraphine and the people who want to listen what
Oh,
is
I want
air and all the gas that compose it.
I am listening, and this is actually the most attention you've seen me pay to anything.
And she also explains the different types of planets, with gas planet where you can't breathe, etc., etc.
I can't
She goes-
imagine there being a planet where you can't breathe.
She goes for a full, 30 minutes expose of astronomy for noobs.
So, like, air is made up of all these different things. Do the different things mean, like, are they better? Are they, are they, like, the better parts of it? Like, are there better parts of air?
Well, as a human, I breathe oxygen, so if there's no oxygen to breathe, I can't really survive.
Okay, but, like, if somebody was, like, in charge of all the air, what bit would she most like?
I am so tempted to get you to drink a vial of corrupted blood.
I assume azote, because that's what composes air at the most in percentage.
How would I get that?
I don't know. You can freeze it.
Does this place have different air?
Also, Terrace is completely left behind as his Fenthwick.
I'm just Kool-Aid manning through all the canyon walls now.
I assume they followed.
Yeah, I did indeed. My roll 20 is still going very slowly.
Cool. We'll get off this big map and we'll go now to the next map down.
Because if places have different air, how would you collect it? Like, could I put it in a jar?
I mean, you can freeze it.
Because of these symbols.
I'm going to move closer to how harassed with questions at the moment.
Because like, I need to get something to give to my people, and like, they really like the air. So if I can get them like the best bit of the air, or like some special air from special places, they would be really impressed with me.
Crashed.
Just like walking off, leaving.
Hold on, guys, before moving. Okay.
Crashed
hold on,
into.
hold on.
Are we holding on for my description?
Description first, and then we move.
This place is filled with boiling acid that you've just walked through.
Crashed and teetering on the edge of a hot spring in the distance is, to most of you, a giant metal bird-shaped thing.
Oh, it's a metal bird.
You guys have metal birds here?
Helia and Trefor, it's a spaceship.
Exactly, to us it's a small corvette. Vigorous styled.
That's what I was gonna say. A small bear ship, Vigorous style.
Yeah, Helia would just say it's a spaceship, guys, not a bird.
Trevor is done talking to them.
Between
So
you and
about
them
the
is
air.
a giant skeleton of something that lived on this planet at one point, but doesn't any longer.
Hot springs, not liking that. Can I try to decipher how warm are the springs?
You can have a look.
I'm gonna have a look.
Give me a perception check.
I'm staying by you
And I
because
as well.
you and I are having a great time.
I'm going to stick with the
I
Fenthwick.
must stick with gnome friend.
I'm going to stick with Fenthwick.
Actually, I probably would stick with. No, Pyrolus is right by the gross water as well.
Yeah, she's just poked it with a stick. Is it gonna melt the stick?
The water in this section is unbearably warm. It smells sulfurous.
Does it look like a geyser to me?
It does.
I kind of push back How and Pyrolus. Careful. Geysers.
Geysers?
You don't know what that is?
They're big splooshy water things.
Yes, fair.
And the water is extremely warm, so if it erupts in front of our face, we'll
It's an
probably
accurate
get extremely
description.
damaged.
She's put together ridiculously hot and smells foul and big and splooshy is probably not a good
Yeah,
combination.
none of this goes well together, does it?
She doesn't need any more information than that. Don't go in it.
As you walk past it, this pool appears to be a much more bearable temperature,
Really?
further away from the source of the water.
Okay.
Gonna go on this rock.
Karos is going to dip his toes into it.
You
Your
melt.
toes are now gone.
I was
It's
gonna say Karis loses his toes.
it's warmer than normal river water, but you could swim in it.
Sploosh.
It's bearable.
Won't be when we launch from it.
The homemade hacking device goes ping.
So that's the thing you spotted.
Yep. Now all we need to do is get inside it.
How do we do that?
How badly damaged does it look?
It
Let's
looks
find out.
it looks like it has made a rough landing. From the outside, it looks mostly space-worthy. It's not so damaged that it's not going to take off.
Ah, whoop, sorry. Didn't mean to press that.
Hal starts to float for no reason. Go, whoops!
Oopsies, sorry.
I wanted to read it and didn't know how and hit a button instead. Leave me alone.
Just how suddenly stands bolt upright. My planet needs me.
Just a quick. Do we think this weighs more than 500 pounds?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
I mean, you could lift Keros out of the water with that, I would have thought.
That would have probably been funny as it was like Karos mid-dive.
I was like,
Ah!
It goes to jump and basically, I'm not going down anymore.
I would be unwilling for that.
An unwilling creature that succeeds on a Constitution saving throw is unaffected.
So, do you guys fly these things normally?
I'll get out anyway.
Well, she does. I'm more in for navigation.
how do they work? Do you use like? Do you have
I mean,
to flap
we've got
the
a-
wings?
I mean, we've got a ship, but it works by having a fire elemental heating up a balloon and a wind elemental blowing it along. Is it something like that?
We use energy cells.
Energy.
What's an
cell.
energy cell?
Who sells you energy?
What's energy?
Helio just looks at Trevor and just says, I think we're gonna cut short the explanation. We need to get the fuck out of here first.
Yeah, I really need to just go. I
mean-
kill everyone here.
I mean, is you said, yeah, you described the ship as hanging precariously over the air.
The front of it is kind of dipping into the water a little bit.
Oh, so it's still like hanging and kind of teetering.
Yeah,
So if we were to go into it, it would probably fall in. But would it be a
might
bad
do, but it's as waterproof as it is space-proof, so...
Okay. Do you want me to
Get
go
some-
down there and hold the end of it up while everybody else
thing?
gets it?
Do you want to push it into the water and then we can?
Then it'll be a boat, a space boat.
Spaceships don't
We're
really
just saying that
float well.
if you go and try and rummage around in it now, it'll probably fall with you in it, and it might be dangerous if it fell with you in it.
I'd rather be in there than out here having this conversation.
I mean, we got to see what's inside to be able to even use it first.
Kara,
You guys are the experts, so
Kara speaks. I could go down there and hold it up.
Please do.
I think it would literally crush you.
How heavy is it? Out for me to hold up?
Sammy?
It's a spaceship, so
What's a spaceship?
let me convert some kilograms into pounds.
It's more than 500, I can tell you that much.
Oh, easily fucking 6 digits.
So it would be around, yeah, about
But he's not trying to pick it up, he's
Nine.
trying to stop it from tipping.
nine.
There's a
nine-
difference.
That's
Yeah,
still not gonna work.
It's still not gonna work because it's 9,448 stone.
Just a few then.
Wow. I don't know what stone is, but I'm
I'm sure this
guessing
could
that's
work, but I'm just
more
going to
than
count. But
500.
in the interest of carrying on, I'm
And-
going to say let's not.
In
Do it.
pounds, it's at that number.
I mean,
Do it. 6 digits.
I would have to cast Levitate a lot of times.
Alright, let's.
so how
let's
much
maybe-
strength would you need to hold that thing?
You're not holding it. You're just supporting it. The weight is on the cliff.
I mean, how can you support it in water? you don't have a solid ground under you. You're gonna fucking drown.
I can't drown.
He can't drown.
He can be crushed.
He can be
I
crushed.
also can't. I could also avoid drowning.
You may be not drowning, but you won't support it either. If you want to tip it.
Yeah,
to death.
I mean,
So,
what kind
are we
of,
getting
what kind of
it?
what kind of counterweight would you need to stop it from falling?
A crane, I believe.
How do we get in it?
There's a door.
Yeah, I've currently said I've gone on the ship. Yeah.
Trefor, the door slowly opens.
What if we all stand at the back of it and then it will lean backwards?
I'm
Like a
ignoring your comments.
seesaw.
I saw a wandering minstrel play about that one once. It was called the Mintanian job.
Trevor, I'll let you go inside first. You tell me how badly shaped is the ship, and also you went under the fucking thing.
So how badly is it then?
Lights are not on. The computer system is not on.
Can I turn them on?
Nope.
Can I figure out what's wrong with it?
Make me an engineering check.
Sure.
How would like to come on and just start looking at stuff?
So
Helia would grab Hal by the shoulder and just let him do his work.
But it looks really cool in there.
Let him do his work.
you trace back the power supply cables. The power cell is not here.
Mother! Walks
Are
out.
you okay in there?
This isn't going anywhere for the moment.
How so?
There's no power cell on board.
Fuck's sake.
Where can we buy? Who else sells power?
Well, judging by this rock, no one here.
I'm going to hit you now.
Smashes your head with a pillow.
Wait, did you just hit him with a pillow?
It's a long story and I do not have the time to say it.
Okay, so where would we find one of the power cell things at?
Trefor,
I want to use Gus to blow his hair.
Trefor, as you turn back from hitting Hal with a pillow, your hair and beard just blow majestically in a breeze.
I'm going
that's-
to just assume that it was from me hit.
that springs up as if from nowhere, and you look up at the side of the ship, and painted along it, you can make out the words Pulsar.
I wish that meant anything to me.
Name of the ship.
You think it's the
I
name
know,
of the ship.
I know it may be the name of ship, but God knows I have no idea where it's from.
Part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship.
You hear a loud screeching sound,
That's always promising.
like a bird screeching.
Roughly
Looks
like an
like-
eagle, yeah.
I like birds.
Go play with it.
Where's that coming from?
No, I can't see shit.
Perception time.
Yeah, actually,
I'm just trying to figure out where the hell we are now that we're above ground.
we're on Bywick.
You're on Berwick on Thames.
Oh, that should be normal, but okay. Yep.
So, let's see. Pyrolis, Keros, and Lady Helia. You all look up and see in the distance a giant eagle-like creature that is screeching across... That's the wrong place. Screeching across the skyline.
Screeching, not screaming.
That's close enough.
Does it look like anything I know?
It looks like a giant bird with red-tipped wings,
For fuck's sake.
a crest of red around its head with blue beak.
I'm so confused.
It's a really pretty bird.
Keros and Pyrolis, you see it, but you don't recognize it.
Okay.
Lady Helia.
Bird. It's a
Don't
bird.
recognize it either.
Okay.
Do they point out the bird?
Yeah.
There's a bird over there.
Would point out the bird. Is the bird coming towards us? Is the question.
It isn't at the moment. It is sort of just doing a lazy loop around. As you watch it, it is sort of clearing, like it's hunting, basically.
It's not like any bird we recognize at all.
No. Would
I would
Treffle
like to wave at it.
Treffle recognize this creature, Sammy?
No.
Cool.
No. I thought it was going to be a phoenix, but no.
Curious. Is this an animal
No,
or a beast?
no, it's a monstrosity.
Can
I
you turn
wave
into
at
it?
Bye, Dan.
Hi, Ben.
Bye. Yeah,
Do
how
you
would
have
just
it-
be like, "Hi, bird."
It's basically checklist. So do I have an entry for alien bird?
Actually, nice if I had.
Log.
As you watch the creature, it swoops down into the ravines that you were just in and scoops up something that Keros and Helia can make out with their perception checks. There's just a shiny piece of metal, twisted piece of metal that it's scooped up. And it's flying with back to sort of the center point of its arc.
That bird's holding a piece of metal.
What if
Can
that
Would that be
bird is
important?
called Bywick?
can Helia do an intelligence check to try and figure out the answer to that riddle?
Yes. I'll let you all do an intelligence check at this point for that.
Oh, really?
Okay.
That's
This could be interesting.
nailed it.
Yay!
Legit. Extremely legit, I would say.
Okay. Keros, you're not even entirely sure at this point what a bird is.
It's a flapping thing.
Um,
Is that thunder wings?
Seraphine and How are both a little bit unsure of what's happening at the moment and are taken aback by being on an alien landscape and taking in the half-hour to 45-minute conversation about what air is.
I'm trying to think if that bird is called Bywick.
Seraphine's just processing everything. It's a lot for her.
Pyrolis, Fenthwick, Lady Helia, and of course Trefor, you all work out that the bird collects shiny things
It's like a magpie.
and is clearly taking them back to some form of nest.
I was just hoping that it's a magpie. What's a magpie?
Helia would probably remember, and I think Trevor would remember as well, that energy cell are extremely shiny. Do you think the bird took the energy cell?
Highly likely.
Well, how are we gonna get it from it?
Probably brought it back to its nest.
Ask nicely.
It's a bird.
I can talk to birds.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I can levitate.
I know. You've
Helia.
just done it.
Helia, they can talk to the bird all they want. We'll get what we need.
Cool. Let's go and talk
You
to
can get
birds.
that if you want.
The longer we stay here, the more brain cells we're going to lose.
You should really stop drinking, Trevor. It puts you in a sour mood.
You can see the bird once again takes to the air.
Follow that bird.
Come on, smile, Trevor. Think of, I don't know, rainbows and Aphrodite.
Could I get survival checks from everyone, please?
Ah, fuck.
Survival checks.
Don't do well in heat.
Eh,
I've had the worst.
Lady Helia, you lead the way to the nest.
You okay?
we're
You-
on the way to the nest.
You manage to keep everybody on track.
I would organize, like Seraphine said, a body system, and would pray, would fucking beg Paralyst to keep How on a leash, because I think he's gonna get off track every time he sees something.
We need
That
handcuffs.
is absolutely correct. If I notice any pretty-looking plants, I will go for them.
Yeah,
There-
that's fine.
There aren't any along the way.
Ooh, I would like to.
I assume from what I know of this planet, Sammy.
Yeah, it's pretty rocky. Not a lot of vegetation.
I would like to try and get like a bottle and just fill it up with air and then smush something in it so it doesn't escape.
Pi did give you a bottle when she
Exactly.
lit it, so you do have one now.
Is it still shiny?
No, she would have stopped now because they're in the bright light.
I mean, we're at night
Yeah.
now.
Oh well, yeah,
Starting-
okay, then it would still
It-
be. But
It is starting to become morning at this point. You've been here a few hours now of
she'll
traipsing
keep
around.
it going while it's needed, basically.
So, what's the check to collect air, John?
I think he can handle it.
Nate?
Yeah.
I like the idea that he's actually tipped nothing out of the bottle, just in case.
Yeah, I'm collecting the air.
Oh, here
Careful,
we are.
it's overflowing.
Oh, now it's Patreon Kevin Fur.
Stop giving away where I get my maps.
Another one of these ancient gods.
If you be, I'll give you a Elia would just go, no, he doesn't need that.
Out of character, isn't that the drug leaf?
That sounds so cool. I want to leave.
It's the equivalent to cannabis in Space Edition.
Right, what do we see here?
You see sticking out of the rocky ravine edge a gnarled tree, and in the gnarled tree is a very, very large bird's nest.
Well,
So
seems we found it.
we
Gnarly.
should probably approach it with caution.
I would like to make an athletics check to climb the tree.
I'm
not.
gonna sit here and drink more wine.
By all means, roll me an athletics check.
I'm gonna
Oh,
fucking
come
shoot
off
you.
it.
You get to the base of the tree and you start... and you pull a muscle in your arm.
Ow.
How high is the tree?
It's, goes up about 20 feet.
Oh fuck! I hit it again.
I mean, if you use it, that would be the time, actually.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I accidentally hit it.
I'm
Maybe
assuming
take
we've
a
all
rope
moved
up
the
there
tree
with you.
because we're like 5,000 miles away from it.
Yeah, let's all walk up there first before we.
Let's walk up to it.
Maybe
I
attach a
could
rope.
levitate. I could
So-
levitate up there.
I'll bring
Okay.
Hal over, don't worry.
I mean, I could try and talk to the tree.
I could use my 100-foot grappling rope.
Sorry,
Wait,
I didn't
you
hear what
Sean?
Sean said.
You could talk to trees.
Guys,
Sean,
Oh, I just said we need to get a rope up there if people are going to climb.
Fair enough.
Oh, 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 oh. Pyrrhus, give me a rope and I'll levitate up there while holding the rope. And when I'm up there, I'll tie the rope to something and then you guys can use the rope.
By Jove, I think that's how ropes work.
Yeah, sure, I've got rope. I think.
Do we have enough rope? It's a really long way up.
how ropey is your rope?
No, that is a good question. What is the standard rope? I've just got hempen rope.
50 feet. I
50
think.
feet.
50 feet.
Well, there you go then.
Well, then you're fine.
We've even got enough to tie a harness in it.
So Pyrrhus hands Hal a rope.
How
wrap it.
levitates.
Hal just kind of drifts upwards.
I use the tree to sort of keep myself going in the right direction.
Do you leave Pyrrhus holding the end of the rope?
Yeah, she'd be holding and tying a kind of half harness in one end.
So you're holding a rope and Hal just kind of drifts up like a kite
Yeah.
I'm a
at the other end of the
balloon!
string.
Cool, where do I end up?
On
Mr.
Mars.
Post. Oh no!
On a tree. You're in a tree.
I
You're
am
like-
a tree.
You're like Charlie Brown's kite, always in a tree.
Like the worst kite, you're in a tree.
May I make another attempt to climb it?
You got a little rope, just fucking use it.
You just wait for 10 seconds and there'll be a rope to climb.
You can. Would you like to climb it before they set the rope up? Out of sheer stubbornness.
Yes.
Okay.
God.
Roll me again. Hal, you float up and you start tying off the rope. And then you look next to you.
Hi! I end my levitate, obviously, so that I'm not just gonna flow away.
Greetings, blue friend.
Is the rope tied?
I give a thumbs up.
Going to inch my way along the branch toward the nest.
You both can see from here
We should wait for the others.
In the nest are 3 young shapes.
Little birds.
They're 5 feet tall.
Big birds.
Little compared to the bird that you saw previously.
I go back to how there are 3 big birds in that nest. Do we want to kill them, or do we want to kill them?
No, we don't want to kill them. They're
Are you
just
gonna
birds.
are you gonna try and talk to them?
Yes, I know a guy that can talk to birds.
Is he here?
Didn't Fenwick say he
Yes.
could talk to birds?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking. That's who he means.
And just waiting at the bottom of the tree.
I mean, I know a guy who can talk to birds.
Hey, Feinwick.
I think he's talking to you. Tap Fenwick on the shoulder.
Hi.
There are baby birds up here.
Okay. Now's my time to shine.
Pyrrhus, come look at the birds. They're really cute. We should take one, and we could have it as a friend.
Yeah, I don't think the mum's gonna be happy with that.
First of all, I need to get up there. So,
I will hand you the rope, and she's essentially made a harness so that someone can hold the other end if you fall.
I will hold the
We
other
can
end of the rope.
slow it.
1 second.
You can make me an athletics check with advantage.
1 second.
I don't want to die.
Can you get any higher?
Jesus Christ.
At this range, only dogs will hear you.
Yeah, I don't need your stinking rope.
Wow, Fenwick went French all of a sudden.
Oh wow, what's that?
That is wild shape.
That's an essay.
A wild shape into some sort of bird, I imagine.
I'm just going to. I mean, just because they're a bird doesn't mean that the birds I have can talk to them. But that's just racist. How?
I don't see race because I've never won one.
Just to completely creep out the new folks who have no idea what the hell I am, I'm just going to turn into a giant spider. Climb effortlessly up.
Fenwick
feel
just
Yeah,
shifts
Helia
his
takes
form.
a step back on this.
I don't have a token for that prepared, so
I'll just move up as me. It's only a temporary thing to get me up there.
Just turns to Helia and Trevor. Don't worry, that's normal.
I just cool down.
I
He does
pat you
that
on the head.
Too
He
busy
does that
drinking.
sometimes.
Queen Creep says, "Hey girl, what the fuck is that nest?"
Crawls
It's a nest of love.
Crawls over how.
In the creepiest way possible.
8-legged hug. You cannot mess with Hal's positive.
And then bam back into myself.
Oh, I'm gonna go in and make sure he's okay.
And then I shall attempt speak with aminals. I mean, I know they're only babus, but they might be able to talk.
Food.
Ooh, food,
I need to get food.
food,
Wait.
food. They want food.
Food.
Or are they? Oh, do they think they're seeing food?
Are you seeing food or do you want food?
Do you bring us food?
Sure. What do you want to eat?
Food.
What do you eat? Does your mum give you like grains or
Meat.
Meat. We need meat.
Seraphine scales the tree.
I should be up there. I'm gonna be up there as well.
Small, shiny blue stone, okay?
Do you have any meat?
There is a suggestion that we feed them how.
Well, I'm just curious. Is she saying to feed them how? Like telling how to feed them? Or are we saying that how should be their food?
Grammatically, I think it's feed them how.
Yeah, I think that is what it is grammatically, but I'd like it not to be that, because I know how much Queen Creeps likes how. I will kill you, Queen. I will kill you, Creeps. I will kill you so hard.
I think that also answers.
It would be a tasty treat for them.
I think that also answers the question of.
Can we ban Creeps from the chat, please?
No.
I think that also answers the question of how much Creeps likes how.
Yeah,
Question.
Hmm?
So the energy thing looks like a blue small stone. So would I roll perception to look for it, or would I roll investigation?
Give me a perception check to see if you can see it without getting into the nest and digging around.
Cool. 16, probably.
Yeah, it's a shiny blue stone. You can see it in the nest.
Cool.
It's in
Goes
the
to
middle of the
grab
nest.
it. Goes to carefully grab it.
Ah! Food! This one is food!
Quick question: where is Mother Bird at the moment? Can I do a perception to see that?
That's probably a great idea. We
You
probably
can.
should have thought about that 5 minutes ago.
No, I can't.
Nope.
Never mind.
Do you tell that aloud? Because if you say
Yes.
if you say this, I will roll perception as well.
Yeah, she would have suddenly had that thought of, where's the parent?
Trevor, do you?
Treffle would see the bird.
Oh
Any
dear.
further information forthcoming?
It is still on an arc around. It looks like it could get back to the nest quite quickly if alerted. It doesn't look like it goes very far to try and hunt because it tries to protect its children.
What a loser.
Who at this point are going to try and start eating Seraphine, who's got into the nest and is trying to get the blue energy stone out of the middle.
Oh, would
course they are.
Keros see this happening?
Yes,
Yay.
but also surprise attack because
I can't be
Seraphine.
surprised. Or is it surprise attack
You
on Seraphine
can't,
because
but
I can't be
Seraphine can.
surprised?
You're not surprised
Wait, I-
by this.
So,
Seraphine
do I
is.
That's good.
want to roll initiative, or the people within the nest go to roll initiative?
So Maddie, that's an 11 and a 6 to hit.
Neither hit me.
Give it a moment.
13.
Give it a moment.
Oh, wow.
That one hits me.
No, that's an
These are
initiative.
initiatives.
Never mind.
Anybody on the is everybody rolling initiative? Is everybody
I
on the
don't know.
Everyone
ground?
who's on the ground or not?
Yeah, the people.
Yeah,
on
the
the
people on
ground
the ground can roll initiative.
May as well have us on the initiative thing for when Mum comes back.
Inevitably, when Mum comes back, yeah. And Dad, because don't forget Dad.
Oh, there's a dad too. Lovely.
Yeah, usually when to create babies, there's
Well,
two people
I
involved.
know
Love
that.
each other very much.
I know.
Wait,
how
no,
that
don't do this.
works.
Hal still believes in the stork. Don't ruin that for him.
Oh,
I mean, they are birds.
That's an
Exactly.
8. Seraphine,
Yes.
you just feel beaks just pecking in at you. They're not doing any damage.
She's like, ow, stop it.
Food.
How fragile is an energy cell? Asking for a friend.
Lady Helia.
I stand here because I have no reason to be alarmed anyhow.
Fenthwick.
Hello. Okay. Well, they're wanting food, and I can currently speak to them. So,
Yes.
do I have any meat on me? Like any like?
I mean, on your bones, yes.
As in like on because we've got rations and stuff.
You've got
like,
rations.
which would have like dried meat.
Yes.
So then again, would they want dried meat or would they want rations? I will attempt because no. I will jump in as well. and I'll try to entice them with like every bit of dried meat I have.
Okay. This one next to you will start pecking out of your hand. And just spends his turn just eating ration after ration.
See, good, bud. So tasty. Trying to like convince the other two.
Keros.
Have I seen any hostile action?
The birds are trying to peck at Seraphine.
How have I not done anything yet out of interest?
Keros is going to run.
Because you don't appear to be on the turn tracker.
No, he is. He is on
Yes, on
20.
20.
He should have been gone first, actually.
You weren't on the turn tracker when it was turn 20, for some reason. Because it started with the baby bird, and then moved to Lady Helia.
That's just me.
How? What would you like to do?
How high up are we?
Where you're stood over the edge, you can't see the bottom of the cliff.
I mean, like the tree itself. How high did we climb up?
The tree, you're about 25 feet off of this area here.
Cool. I go over. Has Seraphine picked up the thing yet?
She's reaching out to pick it up with her headscarf.
Cool. I would like to take off my vest, cause I'm just gonna trust that she's doing it for a reason. I'd like to try and grab it.
Well, it is currently still on the ground here. She's not reached to it yet.
Okay, can I get to it?
You can take an action to pick it up, yes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
So that's 5, 10. Okay, everybody, let's get out of the nest now. They've got food, we can leave. And I'm gonna book. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I could spend the key point to get down.
Or you
Or I
can
could
just keep them.
Or I could just jump down.
That too.
Well, I have slow fall, so I reduce any falling damage by 30.
I mean, how much HP? Oh, you're full HP.
Yeah, so worst case, I'll take a bit of a dent, but not a huge amount. Should I jump or should I stay up here?
Up to you, bud.
You do
I know.
you.
I know.
It's your
but,
legs.
How high up? 25 feet?
25 feet.
Yeah, I jump down.
That is a good question. She was 7.
I rolled a 7.
7.
It's because you left. You offended roll 20.
Whatever.
Roll 20 is easily offended, apparently.
Okay,
Roll 20 can
Keros.
go.
Yeah, I jump down.
Keros,
How
you
much-
see a blur of Hal just and dives off the tree.
I did shout, everybody get out the nest. We've got the thing.
He took the
Is it me now?
It is your turn now, Keros.
Okay. Previous question: do I see hostile action from the birds?
2 of the birds have attacked Seraphine, or pecked at Seraphine 3 times between them.
Does Seraphine look particularly disturbed?
More annoyed.
Yeah, it's really annoyance, really, because they're just.
Okay, in which case I
I
will
don't
go
think
back down the tree.
Okay.
And that's gonna be the moment she gets devoured.
Sorry, I can move back one.
I'm kidding.
Can you say get down to the bottom of the tree?
Did I take any damage from the jump, by the way?
No.
Yes. All of the damage.
Pyrolus.
At the moment, there's not anything really for her to do, so she would, I guess, hold an action if something came into range that she needed to attack, she would, but...
Sorry,
Okay.
serious question. Did anyone else see the giant bird appear for a split second?
No.
Well, I did, but
Okay, good. I'm not crazy. That's all I wanted to know.
This one will come over and starts pecking the rations with its brother. Trevor.
Trevor has become an alcoholic in this session, apparently.
Would you like to do anything,
how
Trevor?
has that affect on people?
I'm going to
Shannon?
assume no.
Are you here or are you in a mute situation?
Chicken?
Well, let's say he'll hold an action in case he's needed, because he's downstairs anyway.
Seraphine.
I'm gonna try and get out of the nest.
But food!
So,
Okay, one of the birds will peck out at you as you leave. That's a 19 to hit.
it misses.
But food!
19?
Yeah, Seraphine has crazy armor class.
She's got 20 armor class.
Damn.
20. Only because I'm wearing an amulet. Otherwise,
And
I'd
breastplate.
Have... And that. Otherwise, I would have 16. And if I didn't have the breastplate, I'd have 13. So I'm very...
We kind of stacked up Seraphine on armor.
Yeah.
Just
So,
a tad.
anyways, makes my way down the tree.
Just a shame we couldn't do that with Romad.
So, unless Hal or Helia wish to do anything else on their next turn.
Still have no reason to panic. I haven't been told that there was any problem, so...
I
Also,
go
the
to
birds-
I go to Lady Helia and I'm like, I got a thing. It glows and it's cool.
I
am shirtless and holding it in my vest.
I will take. Yeah, I will basically take my gloves from my pirate uniform, put them on, and ask for the energy cell if Hal wants to give it to me.
Yeah, you can have it.
Takes it carefully.
Puts vest back on.
So, Fenthwick, do you want to leave the nest?
Me?
Would you
Yeah, I'll
want
just
to stay?
dump the food and just hop out and stop that down.
Dunflick's just like, nah, I've decided to become one of these baby birds and we're gonna stay here.
They are my babies now.
Okay.
Bird shapes into one of them and just mama, mama.
You all manage to climb back down the tree and climb back down the cliff faces and various other terrain until you return to the crash site.
Woo.
Guys, I'm out of pretzels.
No.
Well, that's it.
You've ate all of Seraphine's pretzel. How dare you?
I ate a whole bag of these pretzels. I ate so much.
Wait a minute,
but-
since when are they my pretzels?
They're called
Reese's.
Reese's covered
pretzels.
pretzel.
Oh my god, that's such
So
a
there's they're Seraphine's pretzels to me because of the last name.
Oh, I thought you meant like Reese's Pieces, because I like Reese's because of the chocolate and peanut butter.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what they are.
That also makes sense.
No, they are. They're chocolate and peanut butter covered pretzels.
Are we still in the same turn order, John?
No, we're out of the turn order now because the birds have stayed in the nest.
Yay, they're all alive.
Because we didn't think it was a good idea to punch the baby birds. Keros.
I mean, he was pretty much getting ready for it.
He was like, have they done anything hostile yet? Let me kill them.
Lady Helia and Trefor can spend some time to reattach the power supply,
Do-do-do-do.
and everybody else can spend some time enjoying the hot spring.
I would like to explore the ship and like see if there's any buttons I can play with.
Question for the
We have
DM.
locked you out.
That's fair.
Yes.
For the DM. Short
Yes.
rest.
You can at this point take a short rest.
Woo! Wild chips
I know
go
what
back
I'm
up.
gonna-
I haven't taken any damage yet.
I know what I'm gonna do.
So that's.
No, not that.
Hold on, I've got a
Where's
thing
that?
for short rest.
Ding!
So that's a
Durable, that's the one. When I roll hit die, the min HD I can do is 6, so that's 9 from that.
That would be a D8 now.
okay. Well,
One more.
I just needed 3 points, so I'm fine.
13, that's good. And one more. I'll take it. I am back up to full.
What does Song of Rest do?
If you spend a hit dice, you can then roll another D8 and add that as well.
Okay, interesting.
So it's just an
I'm
extra
actually,
heal.
I think I'm still full health.
Okay.
Key points come back as a.
Key,
Short
co-
rest.
They come back on a short rest.
key points
so
come
I can-
back on a short rest.
I'm just currently getting a drink, but I've taken you guys with me, so.
Yay! I'll put your key points back for you.
Extra 1d8, okay.
Thank you. My housemate was asking me if I died yet.
Sweet.
That's the level of faith he has in me.
And you just turned to him, stone face, and went, yes. Yes. And walked away.
I've been dead for 3 years.
I've been dead the whole time. In fact, it was on this very night.
12 years ago.
Let's get some nicer music on, shall we?
There was a boy, a very strange enchanted boy.
Not that music.
Rude.
Would you guys like to do anything as you wait for the repairs to be made on the ship?
I told you,
Blues.
I wanna hang out with my new friends.
Splashy, 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 splashy.
Well, Keros is currently swimming around in the hot springs. How?
I don't think Seraphine does much overall.
I mean,
she does
she-
a song rest,
she-
so she's
She's playing.
yeah, she's playing her instrument. Ooh, actually, I should decide which one she's gonna play.
If she's playing an
yeah.
instrument, how will just sit next to her and listen.
What does she have? So she has a lute, she has a flute, and she has a
I
drum.
think I can play the flute actually. I
Oh,
don't
I
know if
also
I
have
can
a
play it well,
harp. I'm
but
gonna play.
I have proficiency in a pan flute.
Actually,
you're
can I
initially
roll?
full of wind, as you said, so.
I am
Can
quite
I
windy.
can I actually roll to play the lute?
Yeah, give me a performance check.
You ready?
I kind of know what
do I
Hal probably would do at this point, actually, and I don't think anyone here would approve of it, so I don't know if I should do it or if I should really do it.
I mean, I would do it.
Yeah. Hal would probably strip down and go swimming.
When you say strip down,
Yep.
how stripped?
Yep.
Stripped.
Naked.
Entirely. Knackered.
Entirely.
Hal just tears off all his clothes and dives in the
Buries
hot
it down,
springs.
And that is the moment Helga is very happy she's working.
It's the moment that
Yeah.
Maddie is very happy that she has just gone for supper.
She just the two spacey people look out the window just to see him swimming around.
Power cell probably be in the engine room.
Ah.
Wonder is here.
Keros quickly scrambles out of the spring. Avert your eyes, my lady. This is not a sight for people to see.
How does Pyrolis react?
She doesn't at this point. It's just normal.
Fair.
Probably just a slight roll of the eyes.
Yeah.
Goes back to whatever she was doing.
Yeah, she's just been reading something. It's just.
Amy in the chat just says, "Give me some of that howdick."
He's like 4.
He's 16, 17-ish.
That's not an excuse.
I'm just saying it's better than 4.
Over the course of the next hour or so, as you take a short rest, and Seraphine sits playing a harp,
Ignoring how.
Hal swims around, Pyrillus reads a book, Keros averts his eyes, Fenthwick... What does Fenthwick do?
I don't know. What is Fenthwick going to do?
Oh.
I probably only swim for like 10 minutes and then like stretch out and do my praying.
He's probably
stretches.
just gonna...
Do you put clothes on before you pray?
No, that's the whole point of
Yeah,
it.
fair.
He's probably just gonna kind of just like look around, keep an eye out, and
Looks around, makes eye contact with Hal.
no, it's just gonna look around. He's in a strange place he's never been before. It's just he's gonna look to see if he can find any snazzy critters or anything.
Eventually, over the hour, you just hear a... and the lights start to flicker on in the ship. And sort of power bars just go... and just fill up. And I don't really know the other sounds of a spaceship turning on, but they occur as well.
All that does.
Warning, self-destruct initiated.
And the ship systems start to come to life. And Trefor and Helia, there's a whoop, 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 coming from the communicator. Whoop, whoop,
Who the hell's ringing a broken ship?
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Well, that's your line of work.
Answers phone. Who
Hello!
this?
Stephen, this is your mother. You're late for dinner again.
Hello! This is Warrington.
Hangs up.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Elliot, it's for you.
Answers.
I'm not even joking.
Hello? There seems to be
Hello.
some problem with the communication device.
No, Trefor misclicked.
Oh. Okay. We've been trying to get in touch. We picked up a weird multiversal signal, traced it to this place. What happened?
Well, that's a question I can't really answer. It's we fought some guys, like you said, and they used something to create a sort of weird portal thingy that I'm sure you guys would know about, but I actually have no idea what this is.
Sounds
And
like
we
a
got-
wormhole.
Probably, and it transported us here.
How peculiar. We have locked onto your location, and we will send you the coordinates for extraction.
I must say we did not retrieve what we were sent to.
For the moment, I'm counting it as a win in our books that we are retrieving you. We'll need you for what is to come.
Very well, I shall read the coordinates and meet.
Capital.
I shut down the communication. Trevor, you don't have a choice. The others are back there. We need the others as well. We're a group, remember? Also, it's the quickest way for you to get back to Hera and Aphrodite and everything else. So, quick whining.
Fine.
Opens door. Okay,
Hello.
we fixed the ship, and the hippo guy, Warrington, told us that he would meet us in coordinates that he sent us. So everything's fine, I think.
Keros runs to the front of the ship.
It leans forward and crashes into the water.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We need the ship. So please go back to the back, and I'll go to piloting and try to set things right.
As the ship starts to tilt forward, there's just a slight rumble as the engines at the front now just go and turn on.
Trevor, to your post.
Yeah, I'm going.
Let's put that thing back on full ground first. Walks carefully to steering platform.
Fly on the metal bird thing.
You guys come in here. It's fantastic. It's all metal and stuff.
Oh my god, what's this button do?
Already
How walks in
self-destruct
still not-
activated.
Hal walks in, still not dressed.
Why is this guy naked?
Oh, I was swimming and then I had to pray.
Put some clothes on.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hal puts his clothes on.
I will just assume that Seraphine gets on the ship as she is at supper at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elia
So this
can't stop
thing
beating.
flies?
Yeah, it flies.
Gravity.
So let me do my steering check. Even though
What does it feel like?
Are there windows?
yes.
I would go and sit to see outside.
Yeah, Hal is sat like on top of Pyrolis pretty much to look outside.
Helia would also ask Trevor, could you take care of the engines as well?
Okay. Goes to the back. Work!
Jesus.
The engines are scared.
You scare the engines to death. They sure. And the ship just rocks and takes off. And Pyrolis and Hal and anybody else who is somewhere with a window look out and just see the land start to dip away under them.
I will look at Howard. Have you ever been this high?
I've been really high up and like I've had visions of being super high, but like not like this high.
For reference, how high does the castle fly?
You, in this ship, take over where the castle would fly.
Wow.
Very quickly.
Keros just looks down and sees the clouds below him. Wow.
John,
Wow.
Like my temple was near the top of a mountain, but that's not this high. This is so much higher.
Yes, Sammy.
John, how would they react to taking the pressure from going to ground level to space level? Because the characters of Space Odysseus are obviously used to that, but
That's
the others...
You're gonna get gravity. You're gonna get gravity.
How would an air genasi actually handle it?
That's a good question that we didn't think of.
I
Guys,
think it could be an interesting thing
I
to
can
just-
suggest something. For
I mean,
gravity.
it wouldn't hurt them or anything because the ship is designed for that, but
Yeah.
still, it would feel weird for them at least.
Oh, okay.
Why did it feel so weird?
We're exiting the atmosphere.
Yeah.
What's the atmosphere?
The thing that allows
God.
you to breathe.
We can't breathe.
Yeah.
The
Wait,
air
Not if
is
you
in
step
the
outside
atmosphere.
ship.
wait, there's no air up here?
Not if you step outside the ship.
How
Hal
could he
just
take
holds his
it?
breath.
Hal's got a bottle.
Actually, fair. No, actually, Hal would go pale as a sheet at this point.
You see the planet start to curve under you as you drift away from it, until you can see it as a marble floating in the sky.
Um,
I did
Keros
Yeah.
starts to work. I don't feel so good.
Helia would ask Trevor, "Do you recognize the planet?"
Do I?
I did have a picture for it. One moment. Well, that's sharing it to the stream. Let me share it to you guys.
John,
Yes.
what's a good number to not be sick? Constitution check.
At the moment, I'm going to go with a 15.
Just holds it in.
Nobody pukes in my new ship.
Yeah, how is not handling this well? He's near enough having a panic attack at this point.
Keep it together, my blue friend. We'll be alright.
Blue brother.
Oh, come on, guys! You've been in the Spelljammer. That goes in space.
We couldn't see
Yeah,
it.
but how didn't know that? That's the thing.
Yeah, but Helia says it.
I do not recognize this planet off the top of my head.
How just
But
walks
Trevor would, as one of the new planets that have been discovered by actually the constellation, it's Lycon.
I would hug Hal.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hal just walks over to Pyrolus and just like sort of like holds on to her, like white knuckle for dear life, basically.
Ah, fuck.
Near it, but not it.
I know.
Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, let me
Chance
just
we can blow this up.
let me just show you what else I had hidden on this map that if you'd got back here quicker.
Oh.
Hello, cracked meals, my old friends.
So as you're
I don't know. I
Can
don't
we
know
say
what
they're
that is,
bursting
but
out the
there's one on there.
Can we say they burst out the ground as we fly up?
Yeah, as the vibrations.
Chaos looks down and looks disappointed.
You can fight Valor when we get back to the ship.
Fenthwick,
Yes.
when you first entered the ship, did you press a button at random?
No. I would have gone to press a button. Or at least look at the button. I don't think he would have pressed it because he wouldn't know anything of what was happening.
Okay.
I think the only person that Helia kind of
You-
checked for that would be Hal. But
Yeah.
the rest, yeah.
Everyone would have checked out.
Hey, Hal is having a moment right now. Leave him alone.
Would anybody like to press buttons at random?
How normally would be, not right now.
I think Chaos just like rest his arm on the console and accidentally press it.
A screen flickers to life, and you can see on it the face of an Ulrichian, which obviously you don't know necessarily what that is.
Is that?
I have no idea.
It looks like one of the people that are on the Spelljammer with us.
I was going to
So
say, we do have a few on the Spelljammer.
you do have you
You would have seen at this point.
yeah.
Wasn't he in that big room we were in?
Yes. Yes, they were.
This is a female Ulrichian,
Riv?
not Riviera.
Way older.
Way older.
Riv's mother?
Nope.
Not a female Ulrichian that you recognise.
Riv's great grandmother?
Doesn't look like Riv.
Doesn't look at all like Riviera.
Then I'm stumped.
I only know so many.
I mean, could we roll either history or whatever to try and figure out if it looks like someone we know?
Yeah, everybody can give me a history check, but if you're from Space Odysseus, if you're not from Space Odysseus, you have disadvantage.
How is not
Only go
paying? How and Pirates are kind of doing their own thing at the moment.
Yeah, not paying any attention.
That's
Gonna
fair.
go well.
Being in space goes against everything Hal believed, because obviously he worships Akadi, goddess of air. Where is there no air? In space. And so he is really worried that this means that his god will see it as abandoning her now.
Are you okay, blue person? Do you want me to open a window?
Don't you fucking dare.
I don't think the window's open. It's not like there's a ladder.
I assume.
I can make it open if you wish.
I
You
assume,
open
Sammy,
the
that
window.
they are not designed to open.
No, they're not designed to open, but like Elliot just turns to Karos and yells at him, "You open the window, we'll fucking die! You don't do that!"
So yeah, Hal is currently just now crying into Pyrolus's lap, basically.
Trefor,
Yes.
you do recognise this Ulrichian as bearing a familial resemblance to another member of the A-Team,
Which one?
Einverni.
Oh no. Is she on fire?
No. The clip that is paused of her is just, there is like sparks flying from a console behind her that has just exploded, but you can just see this paused clip of her.
We may want to bring this ship back to Einverni to have him sort of explain what the fuck this is.
I'm on my way to getting us back to the Spelljammer, so we should find him there.
Yeah.
How is everyone hanging up by there?
Several of us are having panic attacks, but yeah.
Okay.
That reminds me of myself the first time I flew. The puking part, not the panic attack.
The panic attack reminds me of me all the time.
You arrive at the rendezvous destination.
Just
And
stop the ship there and wait.
space seems to tear itself open. And the bronze shape of the Spelljammer punches through this wormhole.
Well, there we go.
Here we go fucking again.
And you bring the ship, the Pulsar, into the docking bay of the Spelljammer.
How perceptive would we need to be to notice that Pi is holding how together?
Inside check.
Yeah, give us an insight check.
Oh, I'm not making this.
10.
No.
I think Helia would notice. Trefor will notice. Pi's.
Hmm.
Hey!
I will slap I will slap Hal on the back. Don't worry, my blue friend. We'll be back home shortly. And by slap, I mean unarmed attack.
Roll it. How does a
21.
21 hit you?
Obviously.
You take 4 points of damage as the Triton just claps you on the back.
How genuinely wouldn't react.
I like the fact that did as much damage as a pillow.
Pi will instantly lay on hands that back up.
And 4 points back up.
4 down, 4 up. Anybody stood around just notices Pyrolus's hands just glow for a second.
Why me?
Because you're a navigation guy, I actually need you.
I'm on navigation. Don't tell me to be careful.
You land.
Yeah. I find some space to land in the fucking hangar, because, God.
It's getting a little tight in there. It's definitely nearly at capacity of what they were expecting to
There's
have between these the Dark Star,
the constellation.
the Constellation, the Pulsar, and the Starshine.
And isn't there like Briar's Castle or whatever?
I don't
In there
think
as
they actually brought the castle on board. Because it wouldn't be space-worthy.
This whole stream has been bullshit.
Oh, apparently you did. So yeah, there is a castle parked in the corner.
Interesting.
I
And
need
as
to roll a steer just to make sure I don't actually hit anything.
no, Hecaton will not be with you at the moment.
That's why I was assuming that we wouldn't have had the castle with us because we weren't in the castle at the time.
This will be after you do some of the stuff that you would be doing if I hadn't been sick that last session.
Versus Newton.
Ah, sweet. Anyway, that's beside the point. As you disembark from the Pulsar, Trefor and Helia start to bicker amongst themselves about how terrible this trip was.
About losing limbs on the previous trip.
I lost an arm last time. Well, I lost my eye and I took like 9 times the fucking lightning. It's not a fucking contest.
I lost an ear and 3 fingers. Fuck it.
I died.
Turns to everyone else from the regular D&D and goes, "Those people are weird."
I've died multiple times.
It's not a contest.
It's not trying to be.
Chaos just walks off up the.
And at this point, I'm going to draw this session to a close.
Yay!
Accomplished
Ending
nothing.
with panic attacks and screaming at each other, just
Yay.
like Christmas.
Just like this should be. Oh.
So thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys in the chat for tuning in. If you
Thank
guys
for having us.
If you guys heard the chat, haven't done so already, please do smash the follow button before you leave. It's a great way that you guys can know when we go live.
I broke it.
I smashed it too hard. We're all dead. We're doomed.
Tomorrow night, Sean and I will be back on the Minecraft server as we continue to work out the castle.
Yeah, the last bits and pieces.
I think the plan is to kind of put the last bits and pieces into place because in January we're going to look at starting a new mod pack.
Yeah.
And then I'll be playing Minecraft more because I can again.
Hopefully. We'll have a new FBF Craft pack coming out that is something that we're throwing together. And so far I'm very excited to play with all of the immersive things.
Oh, I meant to ask for a mod for that.
Then throw it my way in Discord at some point.
I'll do it right now because I'll forget.
On Wednesday, Sean and myself will be hopefully testing out some of the Destiny 2 Christmas event.
Yeah.
And then I think on Friday, I don't think there's anything on the normal schedule, but I will double check that. If there isn't, then we might try and find another video game that has a Christmas event going. I did look to try and see if the Sea of Thieves has a Christmas event going,
They do have
and
a Christmas thing, I think.
it said they would, and then I could only find their developers singing the 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh.
Oh no, Deck the Holes.
There's a Christmas event going on right now in Sea of Thieves.
So, we might check out the Sea of Thieves Christmas event.
I looked at everything. I made sure I knew where everything was.
Cool. And then it's Thursday this week is the next game, isn't it, Sammy?
Indeed.
So Thursday this week, which will be between Wednesday and Friday, where you'd
That's
normally
Monday,
find a Thursday, we'll have the next episode of the Christmas crossover, which is episode 5, which is A Matter of Time, which will feature Creed and Sybil alongside Borrowed, Riordan, Lady Riviera, and Lord Valanun, and of course everybody's favourite original blue character, Nemesis Kriv.
How? Oh, right, that, yeah, I suppose.
Original blue.
How is an original creation?
It is.
The
Kriv is still the first.
It's a very blue group because we've got Creed, Riordan, and Nemesis,
And they're all men.
and they're all men.
Hmm.
Also-
It's very much the blue man group.
Can I just say it's a very colored group because we got green with Riviera, black with Valanoon, blue with the 3 others,
Well, we've
And then
also
we've
got
got the-
green with Borrowed.
and we've got the poor human in the middle.
We've got
just
one human just. Oh.
I can paint myself red if you want.
Yeah, yes, Tanny, Eric. Eric is also blue. And ginger. And then next Sunday we start episode 6, which is the first of the 2-part finale of the Christmas crossover, the Battle of the Spelljammer, which will feature a lot of people. Oh boy.
But mainly,
Alyssum Garnet, Dagmar Redsmile, Escanor, Kirith, Luna, Milo, Torin Vasudhasergiesh. I think that's the PC's list.
yeah, and then there's
And then
peoples.
there's everybody else.
We'll see who appears.
We'll see what shows up throughout the course of the adventure. For now, guys, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. This was great fun. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Night,
Bye, 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 bye.